So I just want to first start off by saying I love BU. I know that sounds really cliche, but really I love this place. I love this place so much that I still TA a class 2 years later while working full-time in my career. My friends think it's crazy when I tell them I have class tonight, and I'm pretty sure some people even think I'm still a student here. So I still remember coming to my accepted students day around this same time 3 years ago. I honestly remember thinking to myself, am I smart enough to be here? There were tons of projects posted around the room for when students did their practicums, and I remember reading it and getting excited, but I was also really scared. I remember putting stress on myself thinking that I had to be perfect. BU is a top 10 school, so if you get into a top 10 school, that means you have to be perfect, right? At least that's what I told myself. A professor once jokingly told me, in undergrad, you leave thinking you know everything. After your master's, you realize you know nothing. And after your PhD, you realize that no one knows anything. So I guess it was right coming out of undergrad, thinking that I was supposed to know everything about public health before I even started. BU quickly showed me that I was wrong. I had never felt so welcome to a place as when I came here. I remember meeting with professors from the department. I talked to some current students to get their perspective, and everyone I spoke with was so passionate, even the admissions staff that I had been chatting with over email. At the end of the accepted students day, I realized that I was soon going to call Boston home for the next 2 years. Although I've only been a part of the BU community now for 3 years, they have already made so many changes to their program. They've recently switched to the cohort system, which Dr. Sullivan was talking about, and it gives you a little more time to pick your concentration or what area you're going to focus in. I think this is great. It's perfect if you know you want to do public health, but you haven't quite figured out where you fit into public health. It's also great for those who know exactly what they want to do because it forces you to get the well-rounded view of the discipline. I can honestly say there was not one class I took here that I felt like was a waste of my time. Every class I took contributed to making me the public health professional that I am today. The best thing about the classes here is that the teachers can take these theoretical concepts and apply them to your interest. Like, a teacher that can make statistics fun, I think that is a talent. I actually started off TAing with Dr. Sullivan. So they actually take the time out to tell you what this is used for, why is it important, and real life examples of it at work. If only my calculus teachers would have done that. I think it makes the classes super interesting and very applicable to the world. So a little bit about my background. I moved here from a small town in Arkansas, and coming to my accepted student stay here was my first time ever coming to Boston. Moving to a city like Boston was almost unheard of where I come from. I had never taken public transportation, and I had never dealt with more than 1 or 2 inches of snow at a time. One of the professors here joked with me every time he saw me in the hall or when a snowstorm was coming because he knew how terrified I was. Speaking of the professors, they had a big impact on my success at BU. They are all exceptionally smart, but they remain very personable and very down to earth. Unlike a lot of large universities, office hours are an actual thing here, and all the professors honestly, they honor the open door policy. They are so passionate about the subjects they teach, and they will inspire you to shoot for your dreams no matter how big or small they are. They are willing to answer any questions, literally no matter what. I feel like I was pushed beyond my limits that I set for myself, and I did things here that I never thought I would do. I never saw myself speaking at an accepted students day, or being a peer tutor, a research assistant, a TA, or even a resident of Boston for that matter. The support I received at this university not only prepared me for a career in public health, but it has motivated me to one day pursue a PhD. I hope one day that I can teach public health to inspire people just as I was inspired here. So I was going to start off by saying one of my favorite things again, but you have to realize I have a lot of favorite things about BU. The networking opportunities here are really great. The faculty and staff seem to always serve food and center the events around lunch or dinner time. I guess you can say they know how to appeal to the broke college student. So with this, if you had an hour break in between your classes, you never had to choose between going to get lunch or going to a network event. It's like you could get both. It's perfect. When I was a student here, I had a lot of friends that I would say were from very different backgrounds. I felt like my thoughts and ideas were often challenged, and I was surrounded by diversity. I did not realize how great it would be once we all graduated and started working in the real world. There are people that I graduated from working all across different states as well as different countries. Every time I see a job posting on LinkedIn, I see the message, one BUSPH person connection here. Almost every job that I look at, every time I go on LinkedIn, I can literally find someone who went to BU that is working there. The network you gain here is amazing. BU is widely known across public health, and it makes it a lot easier when you start the job search. It's crazy to think before I came here, I knew absolutely nothing about public health, but now my life seems to embody it. I currently work for a division of the VA hospital called MAVERIC. I won't spell out the acronym, but mostly we do epi research studies directed at impacting the quality of life of veterans. I feel like BU definitely prepared me for my career, maybe even over-prepared me. I felt like I came into my job and I was looking for more. I was like, so do you want me to do this? Do you want me to do this? They're like, no, just start here, it's okay. I just felt like I was really prepared. I used the skills that I learned every day in my job that I got here. It is the greatest feeling in the world, seeing the time and money that you invest in education come to life. BU has given me so much to be thankful for. Besides a great education, I met some of my best friends here. I have formed relationships with professors that will last a lifetime. It is an honor to join them in this field and be able to contribute my own research. I've learned that perfection is not necessary to excel in this program, just passion, hard work, and dedication. I am so thankful that BU chose me, and I definitely hope that your journey will be as great as mine.